It happened on a sun-soaked afternoon in Florida, watching a 92-year-old woman absolutely dominate a man 3 decades younger than her on a pickleball court. What I'm about to share may be one of the most important longevity secrets you ever hear. A secret that goes far beyond walking, jogging, or any low-intensity routine we've been told is good enough. A secret that will add years, maybe even decades, to your life. Because the longest living people on earth aren't just moving, they're playing. When I interview centenarians, those people that have crossed that 100-year mark with clarity, balance, and pride, I don't just ask what they eat or how they sleep. I ask how they move. And again, the answer isn't passive, it's dynamic. It's social, it's unpredictable, it's sporty. Here's what most people miss. The body doesn't just age because time passes. It ages because it stops being challenged in ways that it was originally designed for. Walking is linear, life is not. Modern research now confirms what the longest lived communities have intuitively known for decades. Don't get me wrong, I am a walker through and through and have seen its incredible power, but walking does have its limitations. Team sports demand shifting, pivoting, jumping, accelerating, decelerating, balancing, and reaction times. These movements awaken those fast twitch muscle fibers, the very fibers responsible for preventing falls, maintaining independence, and preserving strength as we age. Walking doesn't meaningfully train them. Sports do. And this matters more than people realize. As we age, we don't die from lack of steps. We die from falls, fractures, loss of mobility, and cardiovascular decline. Dynamic sports increase bone density, lubricate those joints, strengthen connective tissue, and train the nervous system to respond quickly. That builds capacity, not just endurance. But the real magic is happening inside of your heart. Team sports combine aerobic endurance with anaerobic burst. Your heart rate rises, falls, adapts, and recovers. This variability strengthens the cardiovascular system in ways steady walking cannot. Research shows that sports like tennis, soccer, badminton, and now increasingly pickleball are associated with significantly longer lifespans than these solo activities. Let me take you to sunny Florida, just outside of Orlando, where I witnessed one of the clearest real-world demonstrations of this truth. I visited several massive retirement communities there. These weren't facilities, these were mini cities. Same sunshine, same access to healthcare, same diet, same medications, same mission: help people thrive into old age. But something didn't add up. 2 of these neighboring mini-city older adult communities I mentioned, almost touching in Florida, had dramatically different mortality rates. One was aging faster, more frailty, more wheelchairs, more decline. The other one was vibrant, energetic, and alive. The difference wasn't food, it wasn't medicine, it wasn't money. The thriving community had one thing the other didn't: pickleball, and lots of it. From early morning to sunset, the courts were full. It wasn't optional, it wasn't a niche. It was the heartbeat of the community. It was, for thousands that resided there, the main attraction. I watched over and over 90-plus-year-olds dominate players in their early 60s, not with brute force, but with balance, anticipation, and grace. These elderly bodies moved like it remembered what it was built for. Meanwhile, the neighboring community, I saw people struggling to literally rise from their chairs, to take a bite of food. Their world was shrinking to linear movement and caution. Pickleball demanded lateral motion, and it was a cultural thing. It connected them. You had to sign up early to even get onto the court. Rotation, hand-eye coordination, split-second decisions, communication, and of course, playfulness. And play, as it turns out, is a longevity lever. Dynamic sports activate the brain in profound ways. It stimulates that prefrontal cortex, motor cortex, and the cerebellum all simultaneously. reaction time, spatial awareness, memory, strategy, communication. These aren't just skills, they're neurological insurance policies against cognitive decline. Walking alone doesn't ask the brain to adapt. Sports demand it. And there's something deeper, even something more meaningful. Team sports create belonging. They create accountability. They create shared goals and emotional bonds. Research now shows that social connection is one of the strongest predictors of long life, sometimes even stronger than exercise itself. You don't just show up for yourself, you show up for your team and your competition. That sense of unit cohesion reduces anxiety, depression, and chronic stress, one of the most powerful accelerators of aging. Sports teaches emotional regulation, resilience, cooperation, and recovery from failure. These psychological skills directly reduce cortisol and inflammation. And here's where the story comes full circle, and it's a good news story. After years of observation, I learned that the lacking neighboring Florida community eventually did fill in one of their largest swimming pool areas, and they built a series of pickleball courts. Management didn't do this on a whim. They did it because they saw the data. They saw the vitality next door. They saw the difference moving with a purpose actually makes. This is hormesis in action, the beneficial stress that strengthens the body. Sports create small doses of challenge that force adaptation. Walking is too predictable to do this. Sports, they're alive. Even elite athletes show us proof. This is all across the different sport populations. Athletes have lower mortality, reduced cardiovascular disease, and even lower cancer risk than the general public. This isn't about pushing extremes, it's about lifelong engagement in dynamic movement. We're not talking about shuffleboard anymore, people. Pickleball's the new thing. And I'll be honest with you, I've never played pickleball, but after what I've seen, it's on my list because longevity isn't about doing what's comfortable, it's about doing what keeps you capable. And here's the takeaway. The real longevity secret isn't just exercise. I know all these experts, oh, you want to live to 100, just go exercise. It's engagement. Engagement with your body, engagement with others, engagement with challenge, engagement in play. What is your go-to sport? Even if you don't have one, please tell me in the comments what is on your list for longevity sports. In the next video, I'm taking you to another part of the world where aging looks completely different. And the lesson there is going to challenge how you see time itself. Subscribe now, because missing even one of these insights could cost you years, not just of your life, but of vitality. Live healthy all the way. And remember, we don't stop playing because we get old. We get old because we stop playing. Stay young, stay youthful, stay childlike. Laugh, love, live. Thank you so much for watching today. I stay fully committed to getting us and the ones we love well into our hundreds. I'll see you in the 3000s.